She's a lonely student, bullied and broken, who escapes reality as a male archer in an online game. When the game ends, a strange meeting leads her to a guy with a dark secret.
So let's get started with the recap.
Ray is a student who doesn't much like to socialize. She prefers to spend most of her time alone. Her colleagues frequently mock her for her strange personality, so she prefers to eat and read books alone in the library. Even so, she is a very talented writer. She even won 3rd place in the school's essay contest. Apparently, she grew up in a broken family, living with her father, who is an occasional drunk. Sometimes Ray's father hits her when he is drunk. For Ray, the closet is the best place to hide. Meanwhile, her mother works all day as a cleaner, so she rarely shows affection for her. Ray really likes to play an online game called Wandering World, a place where she can escape the real world. In this game, she disguises herself as Dark, a male archer character. She also forms a guild with some players. 2 of the guild members are other archers in the game who she imagines are her crush, Young, and a female character whose nickname is Rowena. She imagines that Rowena is the prettiest girl in the class. One day, the teacher asks the students to form groups to watch a movie together. Ray ends up in the same group as Young. None of the group members care about the assignment, so they let Ray and Young watch the movie alone. While they watch, Ray secretly observes Young. She really likes him because Young is a nice guy. He never mocked her. Furthermore, he was the only one who applauded when Ray won the essay contest. On the other hand, Ray is surprised because her favorite online game is about to be shut down. This means her guild will end soon. And on that day, she played with Rowena for the last time. To keep in touch, Rowena told her where to meet her in real life, at the Free Hugs event in the park. She told Ray that she could find her whenever she wanted. Meanwhile, Bake, the pretty girl who rarely talked to Ray, suddenly becomes very nice to her. Now they talk and spend time together. They frequently talk about a story that Ray is writing. Bake even wants to be Ray's partner in physical education class and helps care for her injured hand. Ray is happy because she finally has a friend. But why is Bake being so nice to Ray? One day, Young tells Ray that he started learning the drums. The school band heard about this and invited him to join, even though he had just started learning the drums. The girls now idolize him for becoming a member of the school band. But they are surprised to see Young approach Ray and tell her that he was accepted into the band. They wonder why Young told Ray this right away. Could it be because he likes her? But knowing that Young will be popular, Ray feels inferior. She gets sad and decides to look for Rowena to talk about her feelings for Young. Luckily, Ray finds her easily because Rowena is wearing a costume. Ray reveals that she is Dark from the Wandering World game and apologizes for being disguised as a male character all this time. After a brief introduction, Ray begins to tell Rowena about Young. During the meeting, Rowena doesn't say anything. She only nods or shakes her head. Perhaps that is why she feels comfortable talking to her.
At school, Ray has another bad day. This time, the teacher is furious to find out that Ray and Beck submitted the same story for the essay contest. Yes, all this time, Beck was only nice to Ray to learn her story and copy it. Even so, Beck doesn't want to admit it. It is truly revolting. The teacher and classmates believe Beck more, perhaps because Beck is prettier than Ray. Now Ray's friends hate her even more and mock her harder than before. Worse yet, it is discovered that Chang and Beck like each other. Ray's heart breaks upon learning this. After a terrible day at school, Ray realizes she doesn't have any money. When she tries to take money from her father's cabinet, he sees her and thinks she wants to steal. This time, her father hits her very hard. He even says that giving birth to Ray was a mistake. This is the worst day for Ray. She feels that it is not worth continuing to live because she has been abandoned by so many people. She feels that no one loves her. She wants to end the suffering. However, she still has Rowena, who cares, and she realizes this. So she decides to find Rowena one last time to say goodbye. She stops Rowena and reveals her face for the first time. Ray is surprised because Rowena is actually a handsome boy named Jay. He says that Ray cannot simply die like this. She must make a list of things to do before dying so she doesn't regret it later. Apparently, Jay, who also grew up in a broken family, wants to end his own life too. He is trying to complete the list, so he completely understands how Ray feels. Since Ray is very depressed, she can't think of anything to put on the list. But Jay remembers that she wants to go to Hyundai. Now she has something for the list. They go to Hyundai and have fun. There they stop at a pizzeria and eat a very large pizza. This is one of the things on Jay's list, to eat a giant pizza. He never did it because he is ashamed to eat alone in a restaurant. On the other hand, he asks Ray to accompany him to the dentist because he is very afraid. How funny! Going to the dentist is also on his list. Ray feels much better after hanging out with Jay. Now she wants to go back to school after being absent for a few days. She even has the courage to ask Beck to admit what she did. She is more daring, since Beck still won't admit it. Ray looks for the teacher again, but unfortunately, the teacher no longer cares because the problem has already been resolved. However, a student named Han, who hates Beck, knows that Ray is innocent. Han leaks the problem to the media on purpose and causes confusion at school. The administration considers this a very embarrassing incident and immediately sets up a trial. They force Ray and Beck to tell the truth. Who copied whom? The principal asks.
Feeling that she went too far, Beck finally admits that she copied Ray's story. Now the situation has changed 100%. Beck, who was once loved by her friends, is being mocked endlessly. She is now going through everything Ray went through. And, most importantly, Ray is no longer mocked by her friends. But instead of being happy, Ray feels sorry for Beck. She helps Beck when she is mocked without hesitation. One day, at the park, Ray sees Jay at the free hugs event. But this time, something is different about Jay. He forces someone to hug him, even if the person doesn't want to. It turns out that this person is Jay's best friend, whom he hurt in the past. Jay really wanted to find and hug him, which is why he has been doing this event all this time. Even if the friend doesn't want to forgive him, at least Jay's list is fulfilled. Yes, hugging this man is the last thing on Jay's list. Now, he is prepared to end his life. Jay is sad that she can no longer see Jay. She will lose someone who helped her at the worst moment of her life. Because of him, Ray did not end her life. We can say that she is very grateful to have met him. The movie ends there. Jay decides to go to Alaska to find his father. Of course, he says goodbye to Ray before leaving. As a farewell gift, he gave her a letter saying, "When you are sad, you can cry." This letter can remind us that sometimes it's good to cry. Crying is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength, the desire to let go and free yourself. Everyone needs a good cry every now and then.